Beats Planet.
Soldier's DNA. What up, y'all? It's Vach Lombardi. Doski Woski. Peasky Wheesky. Everything's everything. This is the Vach Lombardi. The University of Vach Lombardi. Man, shouts out. Shouts out to the Castillos, man. Alyssa and Greg. They got tired of me wearing my Michigan hat. They got sick of my Michigan garb, so they were proactive in change. They stepped up to the plate. They say, "Vach, you don't need to be wearing that Michigan hat no more." I say, "What you gonna do about it?" I look in the mail and there's an Ohio State hat. And some will wear it for the sake of them. Maybe on another channel, I'll shoot it and burn it. I don't know. We'll see. But hey, man, preseason happened. What I said? My bad. Pardon me. Alyssa and Andrew. It's like 5 Castillos that watch my show. Pardon me. My bad. See, look. Greg Castillo comment right up under Andrew. My bad. I just know. My bad. Let me get to the chat box. Because I like to be consistent. Bulls fan 23. What's cracking lacking? Baker. Tony. Baker who? Tony, Jared, Rising Phoenix, Dimus, what up? RJ, Coach Evans up in here, Lag 23, Ninja Nest, Dwayne Brown. We got a lot of football to talk tonight. Jax L, Tony, Cheyenne, produced by Germ, Young C Money from University of Texas, San Antonio, because he swear they legit. Let me see. Yvette Wilson up here. How you doing, Miss Yvette? Conrad Tokyo, the rapper eater, Nappyhead Ed, Cruzan 26, Greg and Andrew Castillo. And Alyssa. Kelvo, the Saints fan. What up, bro? Steven and Zach Ty Gaskin. Okay. I ain't seen a lot of y'all names in a minute. All right. Prime time. What's happening, fella? Evan Kavanaugh. I ain't seen a lot of y'all names in a minute. Callan, what up, man? So anyway, a lot of football happened. I need my notepad here. The phone lines are always open. This is going to be one of them shows. I know y'all got a lot of reactions. I know y'all got a lot of thoughts that y'all want to get out on the table. I'm going to speak my piece. Don't worry about me. I'm going to speak my piece before I leave here. But I also want y'all to have an avenue to, talk y'all talk and say what y'all got to say. So the phone lines are lit. So this is what we're going to do. 515-739-1285. Access code 309-104. It's on the screen. You heard me say it. It's in the description. Copied. Boom. And it's in the description box. 515-739-1285. Access code 309-104. If you want to get in contact with the show, you want to speak your piece, you want to react, you just want to talk, ask a few questions, tell the world what you think about preseason football, there's your avenue to do it. So let's get this thing running. Before we get officially started, let me just say first and foremost, officially started, let me say first and foremost, it is August. So let's relax. Let's take some deep breaths. Let's enjoy football being here, but let's chill. Baker Mayfield ain't going to take the Browns to 12-4. Lamar Jackson not trash. Josh Allen looked impressive, but Garoppolo's going to be okay. Cowboys ain't going to have the best defense in the league or whatever. Let's just relax. Okay, the Cowboys might have the best defense in the league. But let's relax though. Okay? We've been celibate for a while. and we got that first one out, it's easy to get anxious and it's easy to jump to conclusions. It's easy to conclude quickly, you know what I mean? But we got to get that second one through. We're going to be a lot more clear-headed. We're going to be a lot more aware of these things that happen here. So let me get my handy-dandy G2 pen ready. These rookie quarterbacks, I think they all had their moments of, I'm about to make up a word. If I didn't make it up, tell me I didn't make it up. I'm just smart. Impressivity. Impressiveness. Everybody showed me something that I was quasi impressed with. First of all, let's give a hand to the Browns for putting hands all over the New York Giants. Let's just give them a hand. Let me tell you something about Giants fans. As a Cowboys fan, let me just say what I know about Giants fans. When Giants fans are winning, they act like Eagles fans. Y'all know how like Eagles fans acting right now? Giants fans act like that. But when they losing, they humble. But when they get a little bit of light, they go right back to thinking they won that damn Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley broke his big run out. It was an impressive run. I ain't mad at that. Impressive run. Made a video on it. The stopping and starting, the quickness, the agility, the burst on the end. Saquon's first run was rather impressive, but you ain't hear the Giants fans say nothing about those follow-up runs. Y'all ain't hear. And I said a few times in my video, actually, that, Saquon, and even in my old, like, college film sessions, right? I said Saquon's going to have to learn how to put his head down and not be Barry Sanders. And some peanut gallery guys, somebody in the media, some fans, they'll say, Saquon doesn't have to run people over. He's a smarter back than that. He's preserving his. Let me tell you something. You can't be an offensive lineman and not use your hands because you think it's gonna preserve your career. You can't be a kicker and not use your feet. You can't be a linebacker and say, okay, I'm not going to tackle people the right way. I'm just going to do this new form of tackling that better fits my athletic profile. It doesn't work that way. That ain't how this works. I made a comment last year. I was taking a walk the other day. And I was making fun of Saquon being kind of soft to me. He doesn't run people over, and he wasn't very proactive in his blocking at one point in which I was making the video. And somebody superheroed their way on my comments to say, oh, but did you see Saquon power clean 400 pounds in the weight room? We have this thing called BFN in football, y'all. I know a couple people that have played. They're familiar with BFNs. If you're a Baylor fan, there's a guy named Sean Oakman who was a BFN, big for nothing. I ain't saying Saquon's big for nothing, but sure, you can be weight room strong. You can be whatever, 220 some odd pounds. You can be huge running back guy. But if you ain't running people over and being proactive in your blocks or whatever, that's kind of putting big for nothingness out there. You know what I mean? Let me quit shaking my laptop because I'm getting excited. That's kind of putting big for nothingness out there. So when I say these comments, when I say, yo, Saquon, like, and look, and the whole Zeke versus Saquon argument, people think I'm biased. I'm a Cowboys fan. This why Zeke better than Saquon Barkley today. Because Zeke can do everything Saquon Barkley can do. Also, Zeke has the ability to pound your defense into submission over 4 quarters. I don't think Saquon Barkley's that guy, and that's cool. But let's just be aware of what we're comparing here. You know what I'm saying? So when I say on my old film session, Saquon can't be Barry Sanders out here. You know what I mean? First of all, he ain't fast enough to be Barry Sanders. Like, Saquon's fast, but he ain't fast enough to be Barry Sanders. He's not that type of guy. Saquon would benefit much more from every now and then putting his head down and getting yards where he can, opposed to thinking you playing against Purdue, cut back Easton Weston, and next thing you know, you run to the sideline, you've run a mile and only gained 1 yard. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. So but don't take this as a shot at Saquon though, because Saquon's gonna be good. He's gonna be impressive. His first run was impressive. His follow-up runs with a little bit more savvy, they would have been better. But like I said, it's August. There's no need to overreact. Saquon. Meanwhile, the guy that got drafted right behind him and right after him was damn impressive. Now, I've said plenty of times, I don't care about being right. You know, as film evaluate dude, as NBA draft guy, I would say as a person that people come to me for my opinions. You know, no shit talking here, but people like to hear my opinions. Damn, my quarterback 1A and 1B damn sure look good. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, not in that order. Like I had Sam 1A and Baker 1B. Baker was like 4 for 11, but that was a little bit of miscoms. There was a drop here and there, and like a couple of incompletions. But based on what we saw when everything was on task, Paul Baker was nasty. Baker was nasty. And I was on Twitter. I was looking at the live feed. You know how some people comments be like, "Oh, Baker looks good," or "Oh, hey, Browns offense." Like I saw this one Browns fan with the Birdman gift go, "Ah shit," and you got to be happy for Browns fans, dog. Like the Eagles can go 0-16 tomorrow. I wouldn't care. I laugh my ass off if the Eagles go 0-16 tomorrow. But however, if the Browns go 5-11, we celebrating for them. You know what I mean? We celebrating for them. I'm low key a Browns fan. I like to side with misery sometimes. I'm a Cowboys fan, you know, purely loyally. But when Cowboy fans start saying stupid stuff, I start rooting for the Browns and and other little mediocre teams to overcome because I get excited. So when I see Tyrod go 5 for 5, when I see David Njoku with his 2 touchdowns, when I see Baker Mayfield looking good, I go, shit. Let's go Cleveland Browns. What I do like about the quarterback situations across the league though is that they ain't gotta play today. So we can give Sam Darnold a whole bunch of time. We can give Rosen, Allen, Lamar Jackson. We can give Baker Mayfield plenty of time because we can walk into the season with Joe Flacco, with Tyrod Taylor. We can walk in with Sam Bradford and be fine. You know what I mean? So I really do like how the teams around the league have been approaching it. I do think Sam Darnold probably looked the best out of all of them. As far as when we saw things start to break down a little bit, we saw that gangster insane. Let me brag on me for a minute. Can I brag on me for a minute? When the 4-letter networks and 3-letter networks, they produce these talking terms, and then fans come out and they argue me with these talking terms. That's cool. Let me say some talking points. Let me say some talking points that I feel like I was the first one to say. Baker Mayfield's a gangster on 3rd downs. That's in the video. Go check it out. Sam Darnold. Probably the best quarterback in this class under pressure, the magician that can make it happen when nothing's there. We saw that. Josh Rosen, when his offense breaks down, he looks terrible. And to be fair, they probably could have blocked a little better for him, but we saw LA Chargers. When we saw the Chargers jam the Cardinals receivers, when we saw pressure getting Rosen's face, Rosen kind of went, gave up a couple sacks, threw some bad passes, got knocked around, got hit way too much for a damn preseason game. But it's August though. Josh Rosen will be okay. But we see the signs though. Baker Mayfield was a gangster on third down, very proactive. Ain't no crawfish in Baker Mayfield. Ain't no check down Charlie in Baker Mayfield. He knows what a third. He knows the down and distance. He knows how far he has to get to convert. He taking that shot. Baker could have easily hit the flats a couple times because the other teams gave it to him, but Baker ain't got no crawfish in him, man. And we saw him pushing the ball towards the first down mark. And I said, damn, boy, Baker, all right. I said, go, Baker. It's your birthday. Tyrod went 5 for 5 and sat down somewhere. Tyrod looking amazing. So let's expect the Browns to be quasi solid, you know? Don't ask me about the other Browns rookies. I ain't get a chance to dissect it that much. Like, don't ask me about Austin Corbett and Chubb and Denzel and all those guys. Don't even ask me. I don't know. I'll be watching Hard Knocks though. So, Baker, Sam, Josh Rosen probably looked the worst out of. I take that back. Lamar Jackson probably looked the worst. Okay, cool. Rosen. Josh Allen, though. It ain't gonna be this year. And I've said this. It ain't gonna be this year that Josh Allen. Damn it might be this year. It depends on coaching. It depends on the Buffalo Bills coaching staff. Now, if you don't put your faith in Nate Peterman or Alabama kid AJ McCarron, totally understand. If Josh Allen starts, you're going to have to give him passes that he's comfortable with. You ain't got to limit your offense. But we're not going to walk out looking like greatest show on turf, though. You know what I mean? You're going to have to give him crossing patterns, easy 1-2 reads. You're going to have to say, hey, yo, Josh, before you do this, like, look that way, then look that way to, move your safety one time and remind him of it. But let's not give him flashy passes outside the numbers, though. Let's not give him that. Keep him comfortable. However, Josh Allen got the potential to be amazing. And I said this in my show, too. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll make fun of him for missing slants, for overthrowing bubbles. I'll get on to him about throwing over the damn receiver net. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him grief about that. But did y'all see that first throw that just went out of bounds? That mother went like this, and the ball went. And people started running for their bunkers. People started buying water and canned food and shit because he throwing rockets down the field and shit. Like Josh Allen can put the nipple on the titty, bro. And I want him to sit down. I want Josh Allen to sit down and figure this game out first before he gets thrown in that water, before he just jumps in that water. You know what I mean? A piece of me hopes that. But the flashes that we saw, the arm talent that we saw, Josh can make throws that none of these other rookie guys can make. And he made some of them. He was on that left hash. Then he hit the corner, front pylon right before he ran out of space to the sideline. That's nasty, bro. Nasty. He can do it with the quickness, too. That one joint, the first throw. Well, he threw it like 60 yards easily when he went, and it went, you know what I'm saying? Right over the receiver's hands out of bounds, though, but it was there. Josh Allen could be nasty. But he ain't right now, though. And it's August. I'm just simply speaking on what I saw. You know what I mean? And there's some optimism there. So, like I said, we got 3 more preseason weeks or whatever, and I hope they sit all these guys down, especially Lamar Jackson. Because when Lamar Jackson completes his throws, you go, he can do it. But we not really seeing Lamar miss like that. What we seeing from Lamar is we seeing Lamar see it all happening in front of him and he reverts back to what he knows. Lamar looking up, he go, shit. And then he scrambles because he's faster than everybody else. You know what I mean? That's what we seeing from Lamar Jackson. And that's cool. That's okay. At least we're not seeing him like totally fold, you know. It's not the moment that's shaking up Lamar Jackson. He's just not seeing the reads fast enough. And it's okay with time. With time. We knew coming into this process that some guys were going to see it faster than others. I do think Sam Baker, Josh Rosen probably see it faster than all of them, but, you know, you got to put it all together. Lamar probably sees it the slowest out of the top 5 guys, but that's okay. That's okay. He sees it the slowest, but he'll get it, and it'll speed up for him, and he'll stop just running when it gets scary, okay? Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I don't want to miss nothing. If you want to call into the show with your reactions, you can call in and react about anything. You can tell me your thoughts about preseason. You can brag about your rookies. You can talk shit about your rookies. You can talk about players that existed on your team already. I saw people were excited about Chad Kelly coming back. Anime Dolphin, you need to check your okay, you checked your Patreon already. Okay, your email. Okay, never mind, cool. Anime Dolphin was with the 5 in the super chat. Okay, missed every game because hold up, time out. Whoa. We scrolling. Missed every game because 3 of the guys I coach got injured this week. Your live streams are always a good distraction from the boys. So salute. Hey man, we try. Salute to the homie Anime Dolphin. What was I saying? Andrew Luck came back. Chad Kelly came back. If you want to touch on any of your guys, D.D. Westbrook, the number's 515-739-1285, access code 309104 is on the screen. It's in the description if y'all want to touch on that. We got these first couple names out the way, but we ain't done because I got sticky notes with all the points that I want to touch on today. But I'm going to let y'all lead me before I take this damn show off. And I've been seeing Kerryon Johnson sleeper alert in the chat box. We've been talking about Kerryon on this show, dog. We've been talking about it on this show. Wake up. We got a Cardinal fan. What's up, bro?
Vach Doski Woski, sir. How are you?
Oh, Peasky Weesky, fam. You already know. What you got for the show?
Oh, man, did those Cowboys look great or what? Ooh, they're going all the way this year. I know it's first season.
I swear to God,
game.
I agree.
I know it.
I agree. Keep talking. I ain't say it. You said it. I ain't say it. You said it. Keep talking. Tell them about that defense, Cardinal fan. You know you was watching.
First of all, you know Dak Prescott's a future first ballot Hall of Famer.
Let's
put
him.
that out there right now. I don't even know about Ezekiel Elliott. They might even put him in the Hall of Fame before his 5-year retires. I'm just saying.
Talk to him. Let him know. This is a Cardinals fan, by the way. But go ahead.
I didn't watch the game, Vach. I actually have no idea what happened.
Cardinals.
Cowboys game, dude.
See, look, bro. This what you don't understand. You have to you're not Cardinal fan. Like when you call in, you're unbiased Vach. You know what I mean? Pardon me, you're Vach's true thoughts. Like I'm unbiased thought. I can't say these things because I got to be neutral for the channel. But when you call in, you got to be the voice that I want to be, man. I think all this shit. I just can't say it. but go ahead though, man. Tell us about the Cardinals versus the LA Chargers, brother. Go ahead.
And you know what? I like Rosen, man. I'll say that. They gave him no time.
Mm-hmm.
He had like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I think the center threw him a low snap like 6 times in a row or something, and he still made something happen. So I don't know. I don't get too hyped up on preseason. You know, it's really easy to because everybody's been out of the loop for so long. I mean, I can't even tell you how many of my friends that are Browns fans texted me. It was like, Baker Mayfield's the truth. I'm like, oh, man. Or preseason number 1, boys.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I had a question for you. Speaking of the Browns, you watching that Hard Knocks season?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that coach? I mean, you think they give up too much information? Well, here's a couple thoughts I had. I wanted to get your thoughts. One, I don't think they respect that coach. Just
Don't.
from the outside looking in.
They don't.
And number two,
Yeah.
man, they're giving up some. If I was an opposing coach, there's a couple things in there I might pick off and try to use. What are your thoughts on that?
I know what you're talking about in particular. It was like a call or something. It was a something, it was like an R word. I forgot what it was. It was something saying, hey, if I say this, this means this. And I remember watching, I was like, if I'm on the field and I hear this, that's your ass. Now, to be fair, in the league, it ain't like high school and college or whatever, because they change their verbiage often because NFL Illuminati different, dog. They different. You know, that's why they cover up the mouth with the call sheets and shit, because there's somebody in the stadium that's affiliated with the team that's wearing like opposite clothes, like lip reading and all that. So that is a real thing. Belichick to mess the game up, but I don't think they respect Hugh Jackson's privacy. If you want to touch on it one time,
to his mother passing away or what?
If you want to touch on it maybe one time, then touch on it. But because look, what it is, and I learned this because the Cowboys did the All or Nothing joint on Amazon. So they got cameras there's two types of cameras, right? They got dudes walking around with cameras, and then they got hidden cameras like in a vase or like a coffee pot, just sitting there chilling. And the Cowboys players are like, oh, I forgot that camera was there. That's why I was cussing like that and shit. You know what I mean? So, I guess if you just sign the waiver and say everything caught on this camera belongs to HBO or whatever, they didn't have to play the conversation between him and his sister. They didn't have to show him crying. They didn't have to boom, boom, boom. If they wanted to touch on it, and then if they wanted to show the team dapping them up and saying, Coach, we love you, we got you. If they wanted to do that, for the imagery, do your thing. But they play way too much of it. Something I will say, Hard Knocks has this way of making us think that every team on Hard Knocks is better than what they really are. So I don't want to watch Hard Knocks and be like, damn, Jarvis Landry gonna be the receiver of the year, boy. That Browns
That's exactly what I
and
thought.
the Browns going to the Super Bowl. Like Jarvis Landry been look good, and that offense is gonna be impressive. If they add Dez and Gordon in there, they throw in gun under the sea guy, Callaway, and they incorporate all these guys. I mean, the offense could be what it is, but we saw from the Dream Team Eagles, it all got to come together. So Hard Knocks is interesting, man. I'll definitely be tuned in or whatever, but
Well, I'm interested. I appreciate you sharing that. I'm interested in seeing how this quarterback thing plays out over there too. Because I don't know, people don't give Tyrod Taylor enough respect. I mean, he did lead a team to the playoffs. I mean, they didn't win anything, but he got them there. And if you look at his career numbers, they're right up there with Russell Wilson. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how this plays out because I didn't think Tyrod did that bad at all. I thought his that one series or two, I can't remember, one series I think it's just. It's pretty solid. So.
5 for 5.
Who do you think did the worst? Like we're talking about, oh man, these guys did great, the quarterbacks did great. Is there anyone that you saw or watched that you were like, oh no, this ain't gonna happen this year? You get that vibe from anyone?
As far as quarterbacks?
Anybody. Quarterbacks, running back. I don't know if anything stuck out.
I didn't get a chance to watch the Raiders because I wanted to see how Colton Miller did. You know what I mean? I ain't really get a chance to watch it or whatever, but I got it queued up. I got to watch Colton Miller and I got to watch Kerryon Johnson. I'm sure Kerryon was a gangster, but I don't really know yet. But I will follow up on that. I will say, as a Cowboys fan, Chaz Green was trash, but that ain't nothing new. Cowboys fans, they, and I think 80% of Cowboys fans are idiots, irrational, or emotional, or all three. And they was like, why is Chaz Green still on this team? Jason Garrett needs to be cut. He doesn't hold his players accountable. And I'm like, well, who the fuck gonna play right tackle for the rest of preseason before they get cut? You know what I mean? Like, let Chaz play the rest of his years out, the rest of his weeks out in peace, and get cut with everybody else trying to make the damn 53 roster and quit overthinking stuff. Like shut your face. You know what I mean? But Chaz
I
was
do.
terrible. Chaz was flat out horrible.
Watch, I got to get out of here. But two things before I leave. Number one, I agree with you about that 80% of Cowboy fans.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's just because 80% of Cowboys fans are dumb. I think it's just the sheer number of Cowboy fans that are out there. It's inevitable to happen. The
Yep.
last time I went to a game at University of Phoenix Stadium, Cowboys, Cardinals, there were more Cowboy fans in the stand than Cardinals fans. I could not believe it. It tripped me out. It was crazy.
Great fan
Second
base.
thing.
Great fan base. But
Oh,
they
man,
but
it was
they're
unbelievable,
but they're idiots. Keep going.
It was unbelievable. I was unbelievable. I was speechless.
Yeah.
We got 141 people watching right now.
Wow. Talk to him.
That's a lot.
Dang.
There's a couple things. 141 people out here.
Damn.
Number one, we're not even going to talk about money yet. We'll leave that out. We'll leave that on the table for a second. But
Right. We'll get
for all of you guys that don't know, in the YouTube game, there's a couple of super duper important things that we can do to support Vach if we're not able to give money at this time. Number one, hit that subscribe button.
Amazing.
Number two, there's a little bell. If you go down, go look at your phone right now. There's a little bell right next to the subscribe button.
Wow.
Hit that one. And then last but not least, there's a thumbs up button.
Wow.
Now, those of you familiar with the YouTube game, those thumbs up are extremely important. They don't cost any money.
Damn.
It takes like less than 2 seconds. Let's see if we can get 150 of those thumbs up on this video and really help Vach out.
Damn.
The second piece I'd like to say is we have an opportunity here to help a dude who we all like because we're all listening to him, kind of push him along on his dreams and his goals, something that he's extremely talented at. A couple of dollars in the Patreon.
Damn.
We're not going to miss it, guys.
Oh.
Let's do that. A couple of dollars. I keep trying to get Vach up to $1,000 in this Patreon, but I'm a little nervous about that because I'm afraid if we get you to $1,000, Vach, you're going to take off. We ain't never going to see you again.
I ain't going nowhere.
So
Look, Cardinal fan. Can I tell you my dream, dog? Can I tell you my dream? Real talk, since like you the homie for real.
Please do.
Like you,
Please do. Yes.
You really
Yes.
deeper than just like a viewer. Like you the homie for real. This is my dream. My dream is to get hired at ESPN, work there for 3 years, steal a following, get fired, and come back to YouTube as my own boss, dog. Like I want to be my own boss. I want to make my own decisions. Like I want to start my live streams when I want to. I want to make film that I want to. I want to talk about topics. Look, I don't want to work for ESPN and have to talk about Zeke's hair or the suit. Or the suit that Antonio Brown is wearing for the damn game comes on. I want to be able to watch film and say, y'all hoes got Julio messed up if y'all just gonna single cover him on this island over here. I want to be able to say stuff like that, and I can't do that at ESPN. I want to go only to steal the fan base, get fired, and come back home. That's all I want, bro. That's my dream.
That's a very good dream, Botch. You know what? Honestly, I think you can do it. I know you can, because here's the thing. Here's a little free piece of information for your fan base.
Wow.
When you overcome fear, you overcome failure. Have no fear. Have no fear, and you will overcome failure, whatever aspect it is in your life. And you know what? You do that. You're building this fan base. You're doing it the right way. It may take a long time, but it's going to get there. Why? Because we're not afraid if it doesn't. Because you're doing it anyways. That's half the battle right there. 90% is just putting your foot in front of the other one, and you're doing that. And you do a great job at it. So everybody listening, let's help them out. Let's put a couple of dollars in that Patreon, $10, $100. I mean, if you got it like that, let's change someone's life for the positive. So, Bach, I always appreciate you. Always appreciate the insight. I'm gonna listen to the rest of the show. I'm still waiting on that rap, but that's okay. I wasn't going to bring it
it's
up.
Coming.
It's coming.
I swear to God, it's coming. It's coming. Hang in there. Bruh,
Have a great one, man.
Look.
You,
I got 16 bars, but I want to rap some more. So I'm going to do 24 and stop. Get out of here, man. I got more callers. Thanks for calling, bro. Appreciate it.
Later, man.
Oh, man. Cardinal fan, the homie. Somebody in the comments say, who expects? Who expects? That's funny, dog. Coach Evans, that's the most natchez plan he ever heard, and that he likes it. it's something special about being your own boss, man. And it's something gratifying about film sessions to where if I'm talking and I stop and cut the music off and I go, damn it, Chaz, what the hell you do? Damn. Can we cut Chaz Green right now? It's something endearing and real and human about a film session like that. You know what I mean? Let's get back into these calls, though. Jax, what up, man?
What up, Vach?
Doski, what you got for the show?
So I'm just a little confused. Like, I know you were a coach, Ooch, and now you're doing this. I can't really tell, like, on defense at least, what's like a good play call and what's a bad one. Because on the Broncos game, like Joe Woods, their defensive coordinator, blitzed, and then it was a screen, and they took it like 76 yards for a score. And I don't know. I'm just kind of confused on like how you
typically, like, people decide this is the biggest secret to play calling, right? And I've watched a few different guys call plays. I got an idea of it. If it works, it's a good call. If it doesn't work, it's a dumb call. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. So, even though you kind of run screens to beat blitzes, you know what I mean? But if the blitz gets to the quarterback before he can get rid of the ball, damn, that was a good blitz. you stopped the quarterback before da. But if the quarterback can get the ball over the blitz and he gives himself enough space and we score on the screen, we go, damn, look at that screen. Boy, we read that blitz and saw it coming and da. Look at that screen. So it's really about success rate. I've seen blitzes beat screens. I've seen screens destroy blitzes. It just depends. And I think the key is whichever one works is the good call.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, like, did you watch the Broncos game?
I did not watch the Broncos game, but it's queued up in my situation to watch, though. But you can talk to me about it and we can have conversation. What happened?
Well, I don't know. I was just kind of wondering, like, if you think Chad Kelly will ever be, like, a legitimate option. Because, I know there's a lot of hype right now because it's just one day after.
I got the damn Chad Kelly film pulled up. I may not do a video on because I got a day job tomorrow. I may do it the day after, though. But I'll be looking out for Chad Kelly. But either way, it all comes back to the same argument. It's early August. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I get you.
We'll give it time, and I'll watch Chad Kelly the next 3 games in this one, and we'll figure it all out.
Yeah, all right. And then one last thing, like you were saying about Chaz Green, Broncos fans are like, they're saying like LA should have cut Lynch at like halftime and stuff and freaking out. I don't know, man. Lynch is a good dude, and just because he's not performing as even though he's not performing, we shouldn't cut him or anything. It's just a little extreme. I don't know. So I agree with you on that. You were right about a ton of the prospects.
Hey man, salute, bro. Football is very results oriented. And if people don't see Paxton at least ripping up preseason against backups and thirds, then they're pretty much out on those guys. So that's that whole thing. That's all you got, though?
Yeah, all right. That's all. All right, later, Voch.
All right, my man. Salute.
Later.
Gia Soldier's DNA. Something I don't like? I don't like how people don't really have players don't have nicknames no more. They just got abbreviations. I was watching Ronald Jones and I saw somebody call him Rojo and I'm like, who the hell is Rojo? Who is this? And ROJO. That's lazy as shit. That's lazy. And you watch the Hall of Fame, man. Oh snap! Dr. Doom's in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Will we ever call a current NFL player Black Panther, Spider-Man or something? We'll never do that. But the name Rojo, even if you watch my Maurice Hurst film session, Lieutenant Dan was like, yeah, we about to watch Momo. I'm not finna call no grown-ass man Momo. Hell wrong with y'all. Action Jackson. Thank you, Ken Miles. Action Jackson is a better name than damn Rojo. I'm about to do that. Pac-Man is a dope name. Peanut Tillman is a dope. Thank y'all. Put the best current names in the damn chat box so I can read it. Let me get back to these calls though. 361. What's cracking? Who this? Huh? 361. Who there? Hello? All right, fam. I'm gonna let you get your rest. Then I'm gonna let you wake up. G from Miami, hang tight. 412. Hello.
Yo, what's good, man?
What's
How you doing?
What's cracking? Like you're not in the bathroom. I already hear that echo. I'd be really upset if you was in the bathroom.
Nah, I'm right next to my wall, so.
All right. What you got for the what you got for the show, brother?
Oh, come on, man. This is one and only bad dog, supposedly, man. You got to give me some love on Sam Darnold, man. Come on, man. You got to give Sam Darnold some love, baby boy.
You
Look,
wasn't listening. You wasn't listening. I love Sam Darnold. I think he did the best out of everybody.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I came in a little bit late, so I
That's cool.
apologize. I remember last time
Go ahead.
when I tried to annoy my boy Sam Darnold as a poor man's Dan Fouts, a.k.a. The new age Peyton Manning. That doesn't make sense since Peyton Manning is better than Dan Fouts. But, I try to give him some love, and you guys try to play me. But let me break it down for you guys who didn't realize. I don't like you. Don't hop on the train now. It's too late.
Hell yeah, we trying to play you because he's not gonna be Peyton Manning, but Sam Darnold he was very impressive though. But go ahead, brother. What did you get from his performance? Go ahead.
First of all, I think his pocket awareness is beautiful, man. I watched Rosen, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie. There was a part of me that wanted Rosen because I wanted that asshole who could just manipulate when he has a clean pocket, can make all the throws. And don't get me wrong, I watched the highlights from the Cardinals game, man. And when he had a clean pocket, I mean, he threw some beautiful, some beautiful, sexy ass throws. But he has no feet. Lord Jesus, if you get any interior pressure on him, all you gotta do is just collapse the pocket. When he got hit by Melvin Ingram, or Melvin Ingram who hit him, I was like, oh, get him some milk, man. Look, I wanted to cry, man. I felt the pain when he got hurt. And when Sam Darnold took his first sack, I was like, oh, all right, he got that. You know, he. And when I don't know if you watched the game, but there was one where he got hit and he threw the ball to a guy close enough to the left, even though the guy was open. But I was like, that's some grown man bars right there, man. He threw it. He was like, nah, you gonna hit me? I got you on 15 right there. And I was like, you know what, look, I ain't trying to hype up. Look, as a Jets fan,
Time out. Did you say that's some grown man bars right there?
Grown man bars. That's what we got to deal with. Come on, man.
Rex got whooped yesterday. But go ahead, bro. I'll let you finish. Rex got his ass whooped yesterday. But go ahead, now.
Oh, he did. Oh, I didn't watch. My brother was telling me a bunch of people choke. All right, I'll get
Go ahead. As a new show. Go ahead. As another show. Go ahead.
But I'm saying out of all the quarterbacks, the one quarterback I will say, first of all, I think the Browns, I'm not a Browns fan, I'm not going to cheer for them, but I think they might be able to terrorize the AFC North, man. Because they have some talent, man. If you can get David Njoku to play in space and catch the ball and be dominant, because look, you look at a guy like Jarvis Landry, he has talent, right? Them LSU boys, I don't know what they put in the water, but they could catch. They can ball out. Him and Odell, they ball out. But you're going to double team him. You're not going to let him kill you, man. So if you have a guy like David Njoku, and if Josh Gordon could be the Josh Gordon we know from previous years when he actually played, the Browns might be scary, dog. They got talent on that team, man. And if you got a dumbass team like the Steelers, who for some dumb reason don't know how to defend bum-ass Bortles, and the Ravens, who I don't know what you know what the Ravens are. The Browns might be able to make some noise. Now, the one sleeper QB, I know you say you got to watch the tape on him, Chad Kelly. That boy got guns. I will say he has two problems.
He got guns for real. He got guns.
He got guns. He got the old school 1980 Arnold Schwarzenegger guns, man. He could throw, man. He got some demon Akuma type shit to him. I don't know what it is, but there's two bad things that he does. He holds on. He locks onto receivers a little bit too long. If you watch, there's one interception he threw to his left, and it was like he held on to it and he locked on. And if he just surveyed the field a little bit and then came back, that was his primary. Treat his primary as his tertiary, and came back to maybe. But I don't know. And another thing is that that wind up, that shit ain't pretty. He has to shorten it up. But I will say, the dude has some moxie, man, and he can get space. Like that boy Paxton Lynch, man, I feel so bad. He shouldn't be playing football. He needs to be in a library. He needs to be, doing something for the kids. As a big, tall, goofy guy, helping out in the community. He don't need to be playing football, man. I don't want to see another grown man cry. It hurts when you see a 6'7" dude crying, and it ain't because, man, T.O. played with a broken leg and almost won a Super Bowl. He wasn't crying. You crying because you can't make completions, man? Please just go home. Just take care of yourself, whatever. And if you guys mentioned Colton Miller, that kid is a bust.
Damn.
Watch that. He's not good. That Marshawn Lynch TD had to be called back because Colton Miller doesn't know how to fucking, excuse my language, but hold and play it. No, that Raiders team.
Was it that bad? I didn't even see it. Was Colton Miller that bad?
I wouldn't say it's that bad for the game, but that holding call wasn't good, man.
Oh, okay.
That was not a good holding call. I watched the highlights. I try to watch all these damn games on livestreams.net. It's a pretty clean site if you guys don't know about it. You heard that from me. But it's hard to try to watch all the games at once, but I try to watch some of the highlights, man, especially some of these new rookies, man, and it's tough. But I will say, look, I'll be out, man, but I will say this, man. That Browns team, I don't know if they're going to go to my boy Baker Mayfield right away because if this boy Tyrod can operate with those weapons, you got a deep weapon. If he can finally be accurate in intermediate routes, eesh, that's a scary team. Even though I wanted Bradley Chubb, I would have wanted Bradley Chubb instead of Denzel Ward, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, that team is scary. Rosen, they need to give him some O-line protection, man. It's not fair. That kid could throw, but you can see it on his face, too. When he was getting sacked, it's like you could see it affect him, and it wasn't like, all right, fuck that, and let me be the leader. Let me come back to the line. Let's get this shit cracking. It was like kind of like, ugh, damn, like it hurts, and that's not good. He needs some help on that O-line if they want him to be the franchise quarterback. I didn't see what's the name throw the boy on the Steelers. I didn't see the game.
Nobody cares about Mason Rudolph, but I got you.
I mean, come on. I mean,
nobody cares about
deep ball a little bit. All right. I mean, I got y'all want to hate a little bit. Lamar Jackson. I'm conflicted on that dude, man. Like he throws a nice ball, but he throws it from his wrist. Yeah. And it's like he can run, he can move, but I don't know, man. He has to change that throw motion, bro. Like throwing from the wrist, and you're not following through. You're not using the proper parts of your body. You're not stepping into your throws, man. I don't know, man. It just doesn't look pretty. But I will say,
he'll be all right.
all you guys, this is my last comment for all you guys who are on the Jets bandwagon. JETS, Jets, Sam Darnold. This is Sam Chides in it, part 2, man. He's gonna save the franchise right now. Man, we're gonna go 10-6 next year. Look for us out in the playoffs, man. We're gonna do big things, man. Cowboys, I know you ain't gonna do shit, man.
All right, shut up. I was just about to give you What's your name, dog?
James, man.
You say
Guillermo in the chat room,
you say Jason?
James, but I'm Guillermo in the chat room.
Okay. I'm about to make you platinum. This was a good call, even though you hating like a motherfucker. So,
I'm about to donate, man. Why you hating on me, man? I was about to donate, give you a little something to cut off that little Jim Neihart Hart family beard you got going on there, man.
This Mad Dog?
Yeah, this Mad.
Get your mad ass. Why you got 3 phones, man? I done saved your damn number 3 times. Like, get your mad ass off the phone, dog. The hell wrong?
It should be 596-5907. I got another phone, bro. It's the same bum ass phone I had since college.
Well, get a new bum ass phone. You damn dropout. Get out of here.
I got the Obama phone out here. I'm joking. Yo, wait, your super chat, does it work? Super chat works, right?
It works, but if you want to hit the Patreon is priority. PayPal is second. Super chat is third. It's up to you.
All right, I got you, man. I'm gonna put something in the buck for you, big boy.
My man, peace, salute.
Man. Peace.
Mad dog be mad as hell, dog. Just all the time. Just mad for no reason. Just mad. Find something to be angry about. Nicknames. I saw some nicknames. Tank Lawrence. That's a good one. The league typically calls him Tank Lawrence. Honey Badger is also a great one. They don't call Sean Lee the general. That's cowboy shit. Nobody calls Janoris Jenkins Jackrabbit. That's some giant shit. Somebody said Silverback for Trent Williams. I ain't know they called. Who the hell called Trent Williams Silverback? Get the hell out of here. They called Trent Williams Silverback. That boy named Trent. Get out of here. Cool ass Drake. What's up, man?
What's up, ice cold ass Vosh? Honey Badger is a good nickname.
Honey Badger is a good name. Snacks Harrison Megatron. I'm seeing that too. What you got for the show, brother?
Well, in reference, I wanted to talk a little Lamar Jackson, talk a little Ravens, talk a little around the league stuff, rookie quarterbacks.
Let's run it. What's up? What's up? What you got?
About the Lamar throwing from his wrist thing, I think that's Lamar can. It's economy of motion, Lamar can do as much with a flick of his wrist as most of these guys need with a full windup. I mean, Lamar's overthrowing guys more than underthrowing them. So, I mean, I'm not too concerned about that throwing motion. I mean, I don't know, man. You see Lamar put those two guys on skates on that touchdown run?
Sure did. sure did. And
Both those guys.
look, like I say, man, like, it's very early. Like it's not too big for him. You can tell he's not nervous out there, but he will look up.
Yeah.
He will look up and see some fast shit and go, man, let me just run. But he'll figure out quarterback. Like, he can do it. We've all seen him do it.
I don't know, man. I didn't see that too much in the Rams game. I didn't see him panic run very much. I saw him read, see nothing, and then run, or it was a designed run.
Lamar was getting his ass out of Dodge, cool ass Drake. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. But he will.
There's a lot of rollouts though.
Yeah,
a lot of rollouts.
Plenty of those. He'll be all right though. He'll be all right. But go ahead, keep going.
I just wanted on that touchdown run, both those dudes that he juked out, each of them had a knee hit the ground. Lamar made them take a knee. It was pretty great, man. And I don't know, he's reading it well. That down, his very first was a deep ball to Chris Moore. Chris Moore caught it. It was good, man. I'm very, I think as a passer, Lamar can sort of be in that Ryan Tannehill, Cam Newton, Kirk Cousins range as a passer if he hits his ceiling. And as a runner, I think he can be as good or better than Michael Vick. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Real fast, cool as Young Wilson dropped a deuce in the super chat. Salute. Anime Dog fan dropped 5. Greg Castillo dropped another deuce. Salute to you, sir. And Mad Dog, mad ass with a trash ass phone. Salute to you, sir. Dropped a dub in the super chat. Grown man bar, something you got to deal with. Eat on these streets, young Vot. Salute back to you, Mad Dog. He got a Spanish first name and a Japanese last name. How your name is Guillermo Kayosuke? Get out of here.
He's a good caller, though.
He's a great caller, man. I bring him in every time, but he keep changing numbers on me. But go ahead, Drake.
But I'm not a Josh Rosen fan. He wasn't in my top 3 quarterbacks. I had Lamar, Baker, and then Josh Allen. But Rosen, I wanted to say a lot of people are kind of talking about yesterday, and the line needs to protect him better. It was really the low snaps that were getting in him. I was the Cardinals, first of all, their starting center is a rookie, so that's not, ideal. He's not a first-round center. I don't even think he was a second-round center, so you got a third-round rookie as your starting center. But so their backup center was snapping the ball, really low. Josh Rosen had to, bend down, touch his toes, pick up the ball almost every time.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you know how it is. Every fraction of a second back there is important. So if you spend an extra time bending over and bending back up before he can start reading the field, then yeah, it's going to be detrimental to how he plays. But so I think he needs kind of a break for as long as he's working with that guy at center.
Yeah. Thing about Josh though, man. And this further brings
and he doesn't have mobility. The guy who said he has 0 legs is right.
Right, 100%. But this further brings the point that something sit Josh Rosen, man. You don't want this dude's concussion problems, injury problems to come back, man. Build the house first. Sit him on the bench. Let Sam Bradford get hurt.
Yeah, wait till Sam's knees give out, exactly.
Yeah. Build the house around Josh and
sad reality,
and just be great later, man.
Yeah, I guess, man.
That's it, though. Did you want to hang around for the show? Cool, last drink.
No, it's okay. It's all good. I'll let you go. I just want to talk. I'll tell you how stoked I was to watch Lamar. Last thing I want to say though is still about Lamar Jackson.
Go ahead.
In Madden when you want to throw the ball away and you can run backwards 10 yards where you got 2 edge rushers chasing you, and then you can just hit the right stick and magically you can turn around and throw the ball past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Lamar can do that shit for real, dude.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, Mr. Wolf. That was pretty funny. Hey, but that just shows how strong this boy is in his wrist, man. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah, you flicker that wrist, man. But thanks for letting me call and talk to you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, cool ass Drake. And let's go, G from Miami. What up, G?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah. What's up, bro? Thank you very much for waiting, sir. What you got for the show?
Man, I just want to say, looking at first of all, fuck the Jets and fuck Sam Darnold.
Wait a minute. We can't hate on the Jets and Sam Darnold without reason, G from Miami. You just can't call in hating on the Jets and Sam Darnold without reason. You need to give us a reason.
I give the hate to Sam Darnold because he's really good. It's out of respect.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Baker, the upside is limitless.
But what about the Jets though? They're not really good. Why are you hating on them?
That's a bum ass organization for one. That's a bum ass organization. That's one. But
damn.
Yeah, but they got the quarterback in Sam Darnold, whatever. But that team still is not quite put together. But I was looking at all of these quarterbacks, and I was like, yo, you know what's funny? What if Josh Allen actually turns out to be the best out of all of them after all this time clowning him?
It's possible.
And laughing at him.
It's possible. He does have the highest upside. Like, if he figures this all out, he can be better than everybody else. He just got to stop overthrowing slants and bubbles. But it's possible.
Bro, I seen this one throw, and this guy threw it like 40 yards. It looked like it was off of his back foot.
Mm-hmm.
And just like slung it. And I was like, yo, I see like where they get the little Big Ben comparison.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, if the football IQ was just like there, or like they put him in a system like you said earlier to make the reads easier and whatnot, I think he could really, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put him in like up there with Baker or I like Lamar. Lamar flashed a lot. Like you said, like the game could tell is a little too fast for him.
Yeah.
But I think, yo, if Lamar gets it down, him and Josh Allen, but more so Lamar, because I'm putting all my chips on Lamar. If he gets it down, I think he could be very dangerous. Because one thing that I see with Lamar Jackson is that, and it was evident like when he was in college, but when he gets into the open field, it's potentially dangerous. And I remember people were like, oh, you know, he's outrunning, you know, college linebackers and college defensive ends. But then you watch the Chicago game, and he was outrunning NFL linemen and NFL linebackers. So the speed is already there. So in terms of running, I know he was gonna be elite. And passing, I like the poise that he has and all of that. And the flick of the wrist isn't like too bad. But I just think it's just the mental. It needs to slow it down.
Yeah.
And like Josh,
reps though.
You want to
reps.
say anything?
No. I was just about to let you know that, you know, reps, and I think that's the good thing about Lamar. Like, it's not like he trash. He just need reps to kind of see it better, and that'll come with time. You know. So, like I said, man. Like I said, it's August right now. It's very early. It's August and it's year one. So
like you have these like Ravens fans that are like, you know, Flacco going through 4 picks by like game 3, and Lamar is gonna come in. I'm like, I don't know about that. I think like Flacco would have to have a terrible year, like a 10 touchdown, 19 interception by like week 13 kind of year for Lamar. For them, I think they're just gonna, same thing with Rosen. I think they're just gonna, you know, let the young, like the only two I could really see like starting, like come like week 6, week 7, probably Baker and Josh Allen. I think like young Baker Mayfield, like he's the guy. He's the real deal. And I remember I was telling you this back when the draft was going on, and I was saying how like I think a lot of people were saying like the Browns made a mistake on passing up on Sam Darnold. I say like in terms of career wise, sure maybe Sam Darnold might have the better career out of the two, but I think the person who could completely rejuvenate the Browns right now, change their identity, like you say, like change the culture of a team. You know what I'm saying? Get the Browns out of a losing mentality or a loser's mentality. I think that person is Baker Mayfield. He just
Baker
loses the swag.
Milf. Yeah, I got
Baker Mayfield. He just loses the swag, loses the confidence. Like his poise, very Drew Brees like. His ball placement. I seen the one pass when he threw to David Njoku. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Go University of Miami Hurricanes. But I seen the touchdown pass, and like he threw it in between the two people, and I'm like, bro, that's the type of pass that he's been doing with his tight end, like in college. So that's why I say like for him, he already has it down pat. It's just I guess like he has to out battle Tyrod Taylor, but also that pass with Antonio Callaway, where he put the ball placement. He put the ball to where the defensive back. It was impossible for him to make a play on it, and I think like that's very much Baker Mayfield's best intangible. I think if the Browns give him a steady pocket and everything like that, and with his poise and all of that, I think he could be very Drew Brees like, not only because of his short stature, but like very Drew Brees like with his accuracy. Like you saw the Hard Knocks. Oh, by the way, you saw the Hard Knocks with Jarvis Landry.
Did. Let me say something about that Hard Knocks, man. I said this on Twitter earlier, but I never said it on a live stream or nothing like that. I saw a lot of people going crazy, and they had different opinions that I wasn't really vibing with.
That's all I wanted to talk about.
It was like, oh man, I bet they wanted to punch Jarvis Landry in the face. Oh man, dabba do. But why Jarvis Landry? I'm like, bro, like football is that's football, bro. That's called holding your teammates accountable, and that is a good locker room guy. You know what I mean?
And you know what's funny about that? Majority of the people that have disagreements with that have never played football in their life.
Never at all.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you've been in the football locker room, like you guys like that talk way worse. Like the way that he was able to get comfortable and like say like 30 swears and the N word and all of that. Like guys get way more comfortable and they say way more crazier stuff. And even today, I seen a video of like a little scuffle between the Jets and I think the Redskins. You know, the bum ass Jets and the Redskins.
Stop it! Yeah.
And like people were like, "Yo, these people are professionals. They acting like, unsportsmanlike." And and I commented. I was like, that type of thing happens on all types of levels. Like from Pop Warner.
Yes, sir.
It was a practice fight because you know how they be having the dual practices.
Yeah.
I was like, that stuff happens from Pop Warner to high school to college. It's a good old-fashioned practice fight. Like, it's not fueled through anger or hatred.
It's all about narrative. It's all about narrative. People get so caught up in the concept of family friendly that I've seen people tackle people harder than some of these punches. Like punches are being thrown at helmets. You know what I mean? Like, but this CTE causing tackle is okay, but a punch to the face is unsportsmanlike. I don't want to hear it. Listen, G, you want to hang on the line, bro? Because I got a gang of calls, and I know you can do this all day, brother. You want to hang around or what? What you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Let's do this. Cowboy Crunk, what up?
What up, Doski Woski, Peasky Weesky?
What you got for the show, brother?
I'm right down the street from you, brother. I'm up in Magnolia, the Big Mac Nasty, Houston, Texas.
Okay. We're going to figure this out. Off the air, of course. I might shoot somebody.
Hey, yeah. We'll do something.
Yeah.
Hey, man, as you know, when I'm online, it's about the Cowboys. There's only one team.
Let's run it.
So I know you don't talk about the Cowboys because it's a neutral channel, but my boy Kayvon Frazier played well, man. He looked good.
He did. He batted up a ball that Joe Thomas intercepted, 100%.
Yeah, he almost had a sack on another occasion, and I don't know. I think the secondary really looked good. There was a couple times I think they looked a little out of sync, but I think that's going to come with time because those guys have been moved around and some other things. So we'll see. Hey, one more thing I wanted to ask you. I know I mentioned this a couple months ago, and you clowned on me a little bit, and I'm still thinking, but the Seahawks just called Josh Johnson in for a tryout. They're looking for a backup quarterback, and I think we got an extra one. Remember I mentioned it a couple months ago. The Seahawks need a backup QB, man. They don't have one.
So you think we're
got an
gonna
extra one.
so you think we're gonna trade a backup quarterback for a Pro Bowl Hall of Fame free safety?
And a third round. Hey, give them a third round pick and a backup QB. QBs can hold their weight if they're decent. We just need to get Mike White some more time and make him. If we can make Mike White look like a Dak Prescott, shit.
And let's throw in Chaz Green and Terrence Williams. Why don't we, huh?
Oh hell yeah! No, then they'll turn the deal down.
Stop it!
That's taking 2 roster spots from them.
They'll hang the phone up and never call us again, bro.
Hell no. But I just wanted to say hello, man. I want you to move on with your show. One thing I wanted to see, you said you did watch the Oakland game. So the question I got for you is, did you check out my other boy? Remember I was watching when we were up at the draft in Dallas. I told you about that nasty boy, P.J. Hall.
P.J. Hall.
He went off, bro.
Yeah.
Game.
I did not watch the Oakland game, but I got it queued up. It's right there, Oakland versus Lions, because I want to see Kerryon Johnson, but I'll stay to watch P.J. Hall and let you know how I feel.
Yeah, he had he's the dude that's telling you the 6 foot
right.
6'1" nose guard,
right,
with the 36-inch vertical,
quick feet,
14 block kicks in college. He did well in the game, man, really well.
Okay, I'll take a look at him.
All right, brother. Just wanted to say hello. I know you got a lot of callers. I'll let you move on, but I'll get with you. I'll shoot you a little call or a message or something, and I got you on. We'll get together this weekend or next weekend or something. Peace out, bro.
Cool. Dosky Wowski. Salute. What's up?
Hey, tell that Guillermo guy, man, like his bum franchise is gonna lose like 6 games this year.
Oh, Mad Dog called back. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, we gotta fight. Call back, Mad Dog. For some reason, Vach's voice doesn't match his body. Stop looking at my body, fam. Conrad Tokyo, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's poppin', Vach?
Dosky Woski, the rapper eater. What you got for the show?
Oh, yeah. I can come on here. I'm not going to brag about, Dallas Goedert looking like a beast, but I want to talk about all these rookies, man. I want to talk about Saquon first,
Who cares? Who cares? We got Connor Williams. I'm coming out Dallas Goedert. Go ahead.
Saquon, like, I heard you, like, say about earlier and stuff. As an Eagles fan, I'm excited to watch this man play. Like, I think Saquon's going to be good for football. I like the way he plays. Like, that dude moves. He can run full speed, like, laterally, like, sideways. Like, it's ridiculous. 100%. That dude in space is ridiculous. And I get it. The first run was amazing, and people were talking mess about, like, the other, like, get, like, a couple 1-yard runs and even, I think, a negative one. But, like, that's what his running style and his career is going to be like.
No,
I get it. Like you're talking about.
That's trash. That's terrible.
No.
That's a bad idea.
No.
Oh, time out, Conrad. Conrad, be quiet. Conrad, don't say nothing. Mad Dog on the phone. G from Miami, say it to his face now. Mad Dog on the phone. Say it to his face, G.
Yo, the Jets are bums. I respect Sam Darnold. I'll give him props. That organization trash. Bums, and I hate Patty.
Damn, Mad Dog. You just gonna let this man talk about the Jets like that?
I mean,
you gonna let this Colts fan talk about the Jets like that?
Wait, what team? What team?
He's a Colts fan. You gonna let him talk about the Jets like that?
Oh crap! Oh man, Andrew Luck, man, he's been killing the game for the past 2. Oh crap! Sorry.
No. Go ahead. No, go.
What's my son Andrew Luck play? Oh, Malik Hooker, the safety. I like. Oh wait, he can't.
I'm a Dolphins fan, bro.
Oh, wait, time out. You a Dolphins fan? Oh, damn, Mad Dog. He a Dolphins fan. Oh,
Now, no. Now, I will say, the Dolphins defense. I do like the Dolphins defense. I can't talk any shit about the Dolphins defense. That dude Cameron Wake, who's like a fucking living zombie, he'll give you 8-9 sacks a game. But
okay. Go ahead.
You guys had to rely on Jay bum-ass Cutler last year. Tannehill is only good for having a bad wife. He is not accurate. People in the huddle don't respect him. He has to throw out a rookie out of the huddle because the rookie's probably like, what? You're going to throw the ball more than 20 yards? Laughing because Tannehill's a bum. Maybe the last good from Texas A&M. Exactly.
G from Miami. Don't let this man talk about Ryan Tannehill and Jay Cutler like that now.
You know the funny thing is, this thing about everybody that talks about the Jets. Everybody talks about the Jets. Remember 2015? We were one game away from going from the playoffs. Everybody thought we were going to lose like 12 whatever games when we had fucking bum-ass Ryan Fitzpatrick and Brandon Marshall. Last year, look, we only won, 5 games last year? But that was with a Josh McCown, a freaking bum. But no one wants to talk about our defense. Our defense coming up. No one wants to talk about Jamal Adams and Marcus May doing their thing. No one wants to talk about the fact that Robbie Anderson, an undrafted dude from from Temple University, almost put up 1,000 yards. Tell him. QB that's probably worse than me. Then you got Quinton Nunwa, who put up 800 yards playing as a converted TD.
Tell him about Bilal Powell.
Kersey put up almost 1,000 yards last year with no QB help, which I hate. It's fine. Remember 2010 when we beat the Patriots in the playoffs? I want that back, dog. The Dolphins ain't doing shit, though. Y'all traded Jarvis Landry.
Why y'all lost to the Bills, though? Look, G from Miami say, why y'all lost to the Bills, though?
Look.
I just want to know why
you don't got to go into specifics, right?
McCown is started for them boys. And I want to know, like, he keep on bringing up the past. Like, they didn't go 5-11 last year.
What are the Dolphins doing? Wait, hold on. Hey, what are the Dolphins doing? The last time y'all went to the playoffs, Matt Moore got destroyed by the Steelers, my dude. He got concussed.
What?
Y'all still talking about that AFC championship game appearance that y'all made, like, when some of these callers was, like, 9 years old, like 10 years ago?
What?
And, this guy, you see this guy, he's just mad because y'all picked Derwin James. Y'all should have picked Rosen, bro.
What about Mark Sanchez, though? What about Mark Sanchez? Y'all don't care about Mark Sanchez?
We picked Fitzpatrick, and Josh Rosen was picked.
Butt fumble.
And remember,
but the funniest thing is everybody talks about
Josh McCown as a starting quarterback.
Josh McCown is starting quarterback. Let me help you out. You guys talk about butt fumble, but a lot of y'all teams couldn't beat the Patriots. But Sanchez beat the Patriots in 2010, right? That was him, right? 2010. But everybody was talking about butt fumble.
But look, who does Tom Brady? Who does he say is a better team?
I just muted myself and I muted them. They can't hear me say this, but y'all can hear me. Cardinal fan called in and said butt fumble just so they could scream about butt fumble, and he hung up. He said butt fumble and left, and they started fussing. Let me go back.
That is true. Y'all had a Hall of Famer in my boy Dan Marino. And how many championships he won, y'all?
I give you that. I give you that.
But last time you had to rely on the wishbone. What was it? The Wildcat offense with Ricky Williams, who couldn't lay off the weed, and what was that other dude? The other bum ass running back.
We not gonna talk about Ronnie Brown like that.
What happened with Ronnie Brown, bro? What happened? That's what I'm saying. Like, I actually like the Dolphins defense. I'm not gonna talk shit about Dolphins defense. But y'all have Adam Gates. Isn't this guy supposed to be like some kind of offensive genius, and y'all still rolling out Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah, that's Todd Bowles.
Why?
What did Todd Bowles do to put him on a level to elevate, to talk trash about Adam Gates? What did Todd Bowles do? Ross, name me one thing Todd Bowles did.
Hey, don't bring me into this. Don't bring me into this. Talk to Mad, don't bring me into this. I'm chilling.
What did Todd Bowles do?
I'm a bystander.
How did he get the job? What did he do? I know Adam Gates. He got the job. He basically revitalized Peyton Manning's career. Peyton Manning was a zombie, before.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Peyton Manning on which team? Peyton Manning, that was on.
Conrad Keon, don't go nowhere. God damn.
That was on which team again? Peyton Manning, the dude who had to take HGH, and that's why he got that big old mushroom head of his. And the Super Bowl did nothing. And the Super Bowl did nothing.
They cut their career. You know, Jay Cutler had a bum year with us last year, but that still was his best season.
Why did you draft Rosen?
Why?
Okay, I'm not talking shit. I'm not talking shit at all. Can you give me? I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of Dolphin fans who wanted Rosen, and I was like, all right, the Dolphins, they get Rosen, they're gonna be eaten because if they could give him protection, Rosen's gonna be eaten, man. And I didn't know you guys didn't give up Jarvis Landry, but whatever. I'm not talking shit. Can you please explain to me why I didn't draft the QB, especially when I have Rosen?
You want me to for Josh Allen too. You want me to explain to you why we didn't draft Josh Rosen, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're requesting? All right.
Yeah, because if y'all look, I don't know the rankings, but I'm pretty sure your defense was pretty good last year. That's one thing I remember about the Dolphins. Your defense was good last year.
Look, Guillermo, the reason why we didn't draft Josh Rosen was because Josh Rosen was selected 10th by the Arizona Cardinals, and we would pick 11th. One pick higher than what we selected, which was Minka.
My bad. So I stand correct. I apologize. I could have sworn that
you can't apologize in a fussing match like this.
No, because I wasn't because I remember
that the Bills that's a bum franchise. That's another bum franchise. The Bills. And Vosh, you could tell any Bills fans that you got to call in.
But the Bills defense went to the playoffs last year. They went with Tyrod Taylor, who can't throw anything intermediate.
That's fair.
And we went 2 years ago.
2 years ago, not last year, buddy. Look, that's what I'm saying. I can't talk shit about a team. Look, all I'm saying is that Darnold is going to be eaten. You can sit there and hate. He's a USC boy, whatever, blah, 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 man. Y'all get hate. And when we carve you guys up in London like we do almost every year, you can't talk shit.
Look. I give it to Darnold because I feel like he's gonna be great. I don't know if he's gonna be past Baker Mayfield. I have Baker Mayfield ahead of him as of right now.
Wait, how do you? I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. You know what? I have Baker Mayfield ahead of Darnold, bro. Baker Mayfield, all throughout his career, they talk about he's so accurate. Throwing a bunch of bubble screens does not make you a great QB, bro.
You act like Sam Darnold didn't have 18 pass attempts and only like 95 yards.
No. I'm not talking about. No. I'm not just talking about the. I'm not talking about the preseason game is in shit. I think he only had 18 attempts, some shit. I'm talking about. I was also including college. People want to talk about Baker Mayfield, this and that. First of all, maybe the last Big 10 or Big 12, whatever quarterback that killed the NFL.
He's not in college no more, though. Like, what are we doing?
I understand, but this dude, everybody.
Don't scream at me. Don't scream at me. Scream at him. You apologize to him and scream at me.
No.
I apologize. I got the drafting wrong, but
you act like Baker Mayfield to the Jets would have turned that bum franchise around. That's why y'all traded up like 3 spots to get him, and then y'all was disappointed when the Browns selected him.
No.
Y'all was begging. Y'all was begging for the second handout, which was Sam Darnold. And had the Giants selected Sam Darnold, y'all would have walked away with either Saquon Barkley or
No.
Think the Giants.
We would have went after either Rosen or Mayfield. Dude, why everybody talks about the Jets as like some bum ass, this awful, terrible. But I'm looking at the Dolphins. What the even our mascot used to be a fireman Ed, that bum ass fucking mascot. He was a Dolphin.
Why we hating on the mascot? What the hell going on up here? What the hell we hating on? You know what, Mad Dog? You just mad. You just mad.
Did you watch the Cleveland game, the preseason game?
Yeah.
How many times did Baker Mayfield had to leave the pocket, and make an accurate? And don't get me wrong, he looked good making accurate throws inside the pocket. But y'all talking about Darnold versus Mayfield. Mayfield had to leave the pocket. All they got to do. You think he's going to do that against Von Miller? You think he's going to do that against elite edge rushers? Going to be like that. We're going to collapse the outside his pocket, and we're going to make sure at least somebody's in the middle, so you can't just. They're going to kill him. He's done. Your boy's done.
Who looked better between Mayfield and Darnold?
G, will you stop bringing me into y'all discussion? Will you quit calling my name while y'all fussing? I don't look. Mad Dog just time out. Mad Dog just put $20 in my super chat. I don't want to fuss with him. I wanted y'all to fuss. Now you got him fussing at me. What the hell going on here?
I'm just saying, yo.
What the hell going on here?
I don't know, y'all. Maybe I should have traded up.
Yo, Gamma, I bet the Jets. We're gonna get one win above y'all like always. If y'all go 7-9, we're gonna go like 8-8. If y'all go 6
sounds like a bet.
7-9.
With Tannehill as a QB.
As of right now, I'm gonna keep it real. I choose Tannehill before I choose Darnold.
What?
As of right now. As of right now.
All right, Mad Dog.
I don't know about.
All right, Mad Dog. Time to go, bro. All right, G from Miami. I'm about to get y'all the phone, dog. I'm about to
I don't know about 2 years from now, but as of right now, Tannehill's the guy.
All right, G from Miami. Let me get you out of here with your Tannehill love. Cardinal fan, you amazing, dog. I'll let you. Woo.
Oh.
Conrad, my bad, dog. I hate you had to wait that long, dog, but that was necessary. What you got for the show?
That was hilarious.
What you got for the show, bro? You saw how he just pulled me into this, man. He
Bruh, for real.
he gonna say, yeah, and Jerry Jones trash, right, Vach? I'm like, huh?
Man, look, I'm gonna say G. Was that G from Miami on the phone?
That was G from Miami versus Mad Dog. Yes.
I promise you, G from Miami. I, as an Eagles fan, Adam Gase is Chip Kelly 2.0. You let J.H.I. go for a fourth-round pick. You didn't pay Jarvis Landry.
Call back, G. G, call back. Wait a minute.
As an Eagles fan, the Dolphins are exactly what the Eagles were doing when we had Sam Bradford at the helm of quarterback throughout those terrible years.
Damn.
You want to talk about Adam Gase being a good head coach? Bruh, Todd Bowles, I would take Todd Bowles over Adam Gase every single day of the week. Todd Bowles made that Jets defense relevant again. The Dolphins have nothing to look forward to. The Jets have a bright QB future in Sam Darnold and many more. He talked about it. Rodney Anderson, great weapon. Kinsey is an underrated wide receiver. They have way better weapons than the freaking Dolphins. Y'all just signed Frank Gore because y'all don't even trust Kenyon Drake because y'all got rid of J.J. The Dolphins are pitiful. The only thing the Dolphins are good for are beating Tom Brady once a year and Joy Taylor being a fan. That's it.
Damn.
That's it.
Tell them how you really feel, Conrad Tokyo, fan of the Super Bowl champion Eagles from Arizona. Damn. Tell us how you really feel, bro.
You already know what it is, man. I understand. That was terrible. That was funny, though. But yeah, I don't know how a Dolphins fan going to talk trash about the Jets.
G from Miami. Get him, G.
Yo. You know, look, all I'm going to say is y'all need to thank us, because if it wasn't for the fact that we sent our draft pick to you guys, y'all would not have Carson Wentz. Y'all would not have
thank you. There's more stupidity, and y'all give us J.J. too.
But look, tell me like this. 2 years ago, y'all was 8-8.
Stop it. Shut up. No. Y'all did get him J.J. for that. Y'all did get him J.J. for that. Y'all did.
J.J. got there, had like 180-yard game.
He won a Super Bowl.
Well, like 3.4 yards per carry games. That's what he had.
He won a Super Bowl.
He got over there. He didn't do much. It wasn't the running game that made y'all win the Super Bowl.
Yes, it was. It was the running game.
Yes, it was, bro.
It was
our running backs had like over 250 yards combined. What you mean? It's a committee. That's why Jai didn't run the ball.
Was it LeGarrette Blount or was it?
It was the run game.
It was all of them. It was J.J., it was Corey Clement, and it was LeGarrette Blount. Even Kenyon Barner came in at some plays.
But wasn't LeGarrette Blount the starter?
It was the run
game. LeGarrette Blount was not the starter since like week 8 when we traded for Ajayi. Ajayi was the starter as soon as he popped that huge run on Denver. And then he was splitting reps with Corey Clement.
Don't expect a 1,000-yard season for Ajayi. He's
you don't have to. We don't need him to have a 1,000-yard season. He's going to split reps with Corey Clement.
And all I'm going to say is if y'all do make it to the NFC Championship, it's not going to be quarterback play, it's defense. And Carson Wentz, y'all got, like I said, he's got a bum knee right now.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's why he held feet and he's slinging balls, right?
I can't talk much about the Eagles because they won a Super Bowl, but all I know is y'all can save us for gift wrapping that quarterback to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's the first Super
G.
Bowl y'all won.
G, let me ask you a question.
As
G,
a Cowboys fan, Brock, as a Cowboys
G,
fan.
G, before you ask that question, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Ryan Tannehill or Carson Wentz? Would you?
Hey,
I just asked you a question. Who you say? Who you rather have out of Ryan Tannehill or Carson Wentz today? Who you rather have?
all right, we talking fully healthy.
G,
You better not.
would you rather have Ryan Tannehill or Carson Wentz?
If we talking fully
All right,
healthy,
G, I'll holler at you, bro.
Wait. Who y'all draft with that 4th round pick?
It don't matter. It don't matter. He hung up because he crawfishing too much. Go ahead and finish your point, Conrad.
No, that was it. I just want to talk about. I was going to talk about Saquon before. I feel like I'm excited as an Eagles fan. I'm excited to watch him run. I think he's going to have a great career. The Giants' O-line sucked, but I think Saquon's still going to make something relevant. All the quarterbacks look good. I think, we were talking trash about Josh Allen. He surprised me. I do think he can be something in his league. He just has to work out the mental things. Yeah. But all the quarterbacks look good, and it's going to be an interesting season. I will say, though, I don't know, Saints fans in here, but when Alvin Kamara was talking about us, he was not going to go into Philly and beat us in the playoffs. I do have the Saints winning the Super Bowl this year.
Kelvo in the chat box is actually a Saints fan. Go ahead, hit him upside the head. What happened?
Yeah, no, you better control your running back Alvin Kamara before Fletcher Cox come and smack him in the mouth when you play y'all. But I do have the Saints winning the Super Bowl this year, just strictly from the fact that I have been winning the NFC, and I don't think anyone's going to go into Mercedes-Benz Dome and win. But last year, they was not going to come into Philly and beat us. There's no way. That team was special. I'm gonna holler out of here, Vosh, Doski, Woski, and
so peep this out. Before you leave, I just got hit on my Instagram by my Facebook by Justin. Facebook, Instagram is one of them. He says notable one-hit wonders: Billy Ray Cyrus, Vanilla Ice, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Philadelphia Eagles. I appreciate it, Conrad. Salute, bro.
Hey, man.
Even though, if we can get hip-hop for a minute, Sir Mix-a-Lot is not a one-hit wonder. Posse on Broadway is amazing. But anyway. Whew. God damn, that's funny. Hold up, we got Jeffrey Abbey. Thanks for the laughs and football chop up. Appreciate you. Salute right back at you, Jeffrey, for dropping the dub in the super chat. Without you, this can't get done, my friend. Salute to you, sir. I know Cardinals fans just want to jump in for a quick one. What you got, Cardinals fan, real fast?
Hey, real fast. You know what? G from Miami's making a lot of sense. We're sleeping on Tannehill. That guy's cold. We keep forgetting about his 2,000-yard season and his 40% passing completion rating, and that defense is cold blood. You know what? He's right. I think they could go all the way this year.
You say what was his what was his completion? What was his completion percent?
Like 39.8 or something like. I mean, it was decent. He's right. G from Miami's right. We need to pay attention to those Dolphins, man. That's one to watch out for. Hey, don't let him pick on you, G from Miami. You got it going on over there, man. You know what's up.
Thanks for calling back, Cardinal fan. And Mad Dog in the chat box laughing. Keon, what up, dog?
Hey, how's it going?
We having a good time tonight, man. What you got for the show?
I'm just gonna say G from Miami. Yeah, that defense. Yeah, where were they last night? A couple nights ago. I don't know.
Talk to
I didn't think they were that good during the preseason, but hey,
G, call back. G from Miami, call back. Wait a minute, G, call back. G, tell me about 2,000 yards at 40%. Just randomly, just go.
Look,
go.
All I'm gonna say is that they legit got two quarterbacks that could be injured come week 16. So y'all should really be comparing Tannehill to y'all third stringers.
Okay, so peep this out.
Y'all quarterbacks,
G,
out of glass.
okay, G, look, peep this out. In this world, you have constants and variables, things that are and things that could be. a variable, things that could be. Yes, those two quarterbacks could be hurt, but you know something that's a constant. Ryan Tannehill did kind of throw 40% of his passes. I just he'll have 4% completion percent.
Tannehill had one of the lowest, touchdown incompletion ratios. He didn't throw that much picks the year before last before he got injured. It was an average completion total. It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't bad. Look, if Nick Foles won the Super Bowl, being an average quarterback, Tannehill can.
So, time out. Let me ask you a question then. Since Keon on the phone, would you rather have Jameis Winston or Ryan Tannehill?
Oh, Ryan Tannehill all day.
Tell me why.
All right, for one, my quarterback's not stealing crab legs. That's for one.
Oh no, that's his old life. No, let's not hold.
But
that's not even the situation. I can explain that.
Who's playing the next
Now,
4 games? Who's playing this coming upcoming 4 games?
It's going to be Ryan. It's going to be Ryan Fitzpatrick, the ex-Jet, who kind of,
Oh
shit! Why
I don't know.
is Ryan Fitzpatrick going to be playing?
G from Miami.
the next 4
Oh
games?
shit.
Why is Ryan Fitzpatrick going to play these next 4 games? Because Jameis Winston, he was a bum at FSU. He got into
No, it was because he was drunk. He was being a drunk dumbass, and I'm upset at him for it. But that doesn't mean anything when it comes to football, bro.
Let me say this, chat box. Who would y'all rather have, Ryan Tannehill or Jameis Winston? All right, y'all just keep on fussing, but I'll keep y'all updated on the chat box
look,
answers. Go ahead.
We're talking about that. We're not talking about who was the first overall pick and who was the 8th overall pick. We're not talking about upside or trajectory. We're talking about based on the pure stats. Who would you rather have?
Jameis Winston.
Jameis all day.
Tannehill, Jameis.
Every day.
I just
Jameis.
want to know how much interceptions
Winston.
Jameis threw
Crab
the
legs.
season before.
Jameis Winston,
But,
easy.
hey,
Yeah, for real, crab
Gee,
legs. How many
Winston.
interceptions he threw?
Jameis Winston, pure football.
I'm not here for Jameis Winston, and I'm not here for you.
Cut
I want to
Tannehill.
talk about Carlton Davis,
Tannehill,
MJ Stewart, and Jordan Whitehead of
Detroit
my
Lions
secondary.
will win.
The
They
answer
really
was 18 picks.
Winston.
18 picks last
James
year.
Winston.
That was the answer.
Dak
He threw
Prescott.
18 picks.
Dak Prescott.
He threw 18
Doesn't matter.
picks.
That's in the past.
Tannehill
I
threw
mean-
13.
Oh,
13.
then that's
He
so
threw,
much
he
better.
threw 13.
But-
Give me 24 and 13 all day, every day.
I don't care, man. It
Coach
doesn't matter
Kenosha
to me.
with 5 in the super
how
chat.
many
Salute to
games-
you, sir.
How many games did Tannehill win last year?
Anthony Davis said, I'd rather have Flacco.
Oh, Joe Wacko? I'm sorry. No, even the Ravens fans don't want Flacco.
G, let me ask you a question.
Sorry.
G, let me ask you a
Go.
question. Would you rather have Ryan Tannehill or like Matthew Stafford?
Stafford.
Oh, that's not fun. I wanted you to say
I
something.
mean, if we're talking about like,
That's not fun. G,
if we're if
G,
we're talking
would you
about,
rather
like,
have Matt Stafford or Ryan Tannehill? This is not funny. G, stop thinking about this. Would you?
Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford.
All right, G, I was about to hang up on you.
I only give him the edge. I give him the edge on that one.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather have...
I didn't think about.
Okay, so peep this out. Okay, look. Would you rather have Ryan Tannehill or like Matt Ryan? What is he thinking about? Why is he thinking? Why is he thinking?
I'm just saying, like, what did Matt Ryan do in the Super Bowl? Like,
What are
I'm
you
trying to
talking?
think,
Okay, look at G. Would you rather have Matt Ryan or Ryan Tannehill?
Matt Ryan. All right, I give Matt Ryan.
God damn, G.
But there's only a few quarterbacks you could really say is head and shoulders above Tannehill.
So Tannehill top 5.
What?
Hold on. What time, Keon? So Tannehill top 5.
Top 16.
Well, shit. You say it's only a few. You say he top 16. That's 15 guys better than damn Tannehill, man. That's half. that's half. What the hell you saying?
Like,
Okay, how about this
I
though?
feel like-
What about Dak Prescott or Ryan Tannehill?
Give me Tannehill, dog.
All right, G, I'll let you. We ain't finna have it up in here. Hell wrong with you. Talking about Cardinals fan, you have dropped you have dropped a great stat, bro. So every time you call in, I know you coming with something. What you got, Cardinals fan?
Hey, I need to pull my support for G in Miami, man. He's a bandwagon fan. He took Stafford over his boy Tannehill. Are you kidding me? You don't bail on your boys like that.
He took Stafford.
No.
He took Stafford and he took Matt Ryan over Ryan
Oh,
Tannehill.
no, that's bandwagon. No, dude. No.
You
I'm sorry. And by the way, Tannehill's wife is all pro. Once he got married, it was all downhill from there. Just remember that.
You know what? I've been hearing that all night that Ryan Tannehill's wife is bad. Let me Google it. Let me see.
Yeah, man.
Matter of fact, let me go to the phone so I can talk about it. Let me scratch my face and hit on Google Chrome real fast. Cardinal fan, plug your podcast while everybody listens.
No, I don't got a podcast, man. I work. I just happen to listen to you all the time.
Damn. So let's see. Ryan.
No podcast.
Tannehill. A mad wife came up before Ryan Tannehill. Damn, Lauren Tannehill. All right. Let's take a look at Lauren Tannehill.
But if you watch the stats,
okay.
He got engaged. He had a good year.
Okay.
A year after he got married,
Okay.
bottom of the barrel. It was all downhill from there. Look it up.
I'm mad there's actually an article, 13 amazing photos of Ryan Tannehill's wife. I kind of want to just, you know what I mean? Just let me see if she got an Instagram. What's that? Let's see if she got an Instagram. Cardinal fan, what the hell else you want, man? Why you distracting me, dog?
I'm out. No, that's it, man. I was supporting him, and then I don't support bandwagon, you know. As a Cardinals fan, we've been sorry our whole lives. I will never take anybody over Sam Bradford or Josh Rosen. Those are the best quarterbacks in the league. They're going to take us to the Super Bowl, whether you believe it or not.
Talk to him.
That's what's going to happen. Have a good night.
Salute, brother.
They certainly have the ability to do that. But once again, I want to be. You said we could brag about our rookies.
Yeah, brag about your
rookies.
rookies.
Bad that Vita Vea was hurt, but I think he might play in the third or fourth preseason game. I think that was the main reason why our run defense was a little bit porous with all the groups. But besides that, Aaron J. Stewart, our defensive backs, our rookie defensive backs, all looked very good during the Miami game. Now, we had a few bums out there also, but hey, we're talking about the rookies, and I'm happy about them.
Okay, how did Ronald Jones do?
He got a yard and a touchdown because
okay.
our backup line was trash, but it was like the second or third group, and we actually had like several injuries, so that's really what played a part in that. But he made some good cuts, and of course he did score. So I'm happy about that. I'm just looking forward to the other preseason games to see how well he can do, see if he can't get any more yards. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling, bro.
Alrighty. You have a good run.
Yeah. I'm just up here focused on Lauren Tannehill. I'm supposed to be doing a show. And I get so distracted when my Instagram comes up. I just stop talking about football when I pull up Instagram. Adam, what's up, man?
Hey, not much, man. Let's divert the conversation to football.
Okay.
No, I kid. But I just got a couple things chatting about.
Right.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to talk about Baker Mayfield for a second, but I tracked Lamar Jackson's game. People are freaking out for no reason, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit of that Taylor guy for the 49ers, and then I was hoping to get some scheme advice from you because I keep hearing things from various people, and pardon me, I'm outside, but I'm going to get away from the street. But I keep hearing things from various analysts and everything else that specific types of players do better against specific types of schemes. And for my model and everything else, I was really hoping to get your insight on some of that. But first things first, just this quarterback comparison from week one. Let's take a look here. So I only had a chance to watch Baker Mayfield's game and Lamar Jackson's snaps, and so that's pretty much what I have going on here. But I was very happy with Mayfield's performance. I felt that some of his throws were, were Drew Brees-esque, is what we're looking for, right? Especially the one where he's running to his right. He has that nice arching kind of spiral. Didn't need to bullet it, but he had to get some oomph there. Got exactly where it needed to, right on the edge, right? And that's the difference between Josh Allen, who I've much maligned in the past, and Baker Mayfield here. It's, really what it comes down to here. We have one player who has the ability to place the ball where he needs to, with the physical tools that he has been gifted, and he has. And the other guy uses those tools to an extreme, doesn't have the ability to be able to pull it back. This is time and time again, we see these wow plays, right? Like the strongest arm that the Combine has ever seen in Josh Allen. And this is great. He has a lot of potential, but time and time again, the guy shows that he does not have the requisite skill set to be able to perform well. And now maybe he'll change that, but according to the last 20 years of my data, he won't. And so, we really see this marquee difference come out between Mayfield and Allen, who I think I see as like diametrically opposed types of quarterbacks. And I was very happy with how Mayfield performed. I want to see more of this. I want to see what he looks like with some substantial protection. Moving Antonio to the left tackle doesn't make me feel great,
right?
But I think it's going to be really solid. And so between those two, really happy. But what I was taking a look at with Lamar Jackson, and I like Lamar. I think he has an immense amount of potential, but he has to deal with a lot of drops, and that's what he had. So I think his stat line was pretty bad. I think he barely completed like 50% of his passes. But when I went through and charted his passes, all of his completions except for 4 were drops. And so if you were to go back into and adjust his completion percentage, he's throwing in the high 60s, and that's really solid. So, yeah, does he have some major overthrows? Does he have some mechanical problems? Does he still need to widen that base? Absolutely. But what we're already seeing is somebody, just like you've been saying tonight, is not somebody who at the moment is too big for him. He's able to survey the field. In that first performance, he was skittish a bit, but then we already saw over the course of 1 week somebody who was actually taking these strides forward and being let down by his wide receivers, especially on that touchdown pass where the guy had it in his arms and was jostled free by the defensive back. And that's going to happen in football, but when you're in the red zone, you're not going to have the same space to be able to throw to people who are going to be contacted within 1 to 2 yards. And so really, I think that we need to be able to suspend our analysis and our judgments on especially Lamar Jackson for a bit and continue to watch, because I think that he's going to continue to progress and look a little bit better. And I've seen a lot already in these first 2 games that I'm happy with. And so so there's that. Do you have any input on the quarterbacks or this job, any kind of idea before I move on to the next thing?
Nah, man, I just think that, we just haven't had football in a while, man, where, we've just been celibate, you know what I mean? But when we first get a little bit of it, we lose our mind and we tend to overreact a little bit. I think, and I was making this point earlier, thing about Lamar Jackson that I'm seeing is that the game doesn't look too big for him. He just got to figure out the actual quarterbacking of it. Baker looks solid, but let's not give him a Super Bowl ring just yet. Sam Darnold looks pretty damn good, but let's not give him a ring just yet. It's still August, and I typically don't want to judge quarterbacks till year 3 at least, So, but yeah. I mean, they all show some good things, like normal.
Yeah, I just hope to God, oh man, I really hope that Sam Bradford doesn't get injured in preseason, because that offensive line in Arizona looks really, really bad. I'm really worried for their health, especially considering they're both very similar quarterbacks. Yeah. And if we're in a situation where you're not mobile, where, if Aaron Donald is breathing down your neck, he's coming through the middle, you're not going to have the necessary mobility to be able to get away from that, because you step up in the pocket. That's what these guys are taught to do. That's what they do really well. And without that, they already lost. So one of the big things I've been doing in my model this year for my strength scheduling is I do offensive line productivity. We via PFF stats, and we switch in injuries. And so this Sweeney guy that they had, or Sweezy, I believe his name is, their center that they've lost for the year, he was already trashed. Like, I think he was 10 or 15 points below average. Actually, no, he was 10 or 15 points below average for PFF's rating. And so if that means this rookie center that they have, who can't even snap the ball correctly, is that much worse that he wasn't showing out in minicamp and he's still the leader by far? How bad is this going to be for the interior of the Arizona offensive line? And so thankfully, David Johnson has produced with an offensive line this bad, which is pretty much how bad it was 2 years ago. It was a bit better, but not substantially. Vadalier or whatever his name was the only guy down there. So I think DJ owners and fantasy should still be pretty happy about DJ. They're going to have to move the ball to him, but I'm just worried, are we looking at a situation by week 10 where both starting quarterbacks are injured? That's something I'm really worried about. I think that it's possible, especially considering I was very happy to see him kind of moving on in this one. The 49ers were able to put on some kind of pass rush. Now, Chaz Green looks like trash. That's what he always looks like. But I think that Chaz, did I say Chad? It's Chaz, right? Z? But
it's Chaz, but who cares because he's trash.
Yeah, he's trash, yeah. I mean, now, Solomon Thomas looked really good going against somebody really bad. And so maybe it's a little bit of false optimism, but I felt I saw a little bit more technical soundness. I felt like that I saw his swim moves working relatively well. I mean, he was able to actually get in there and get first contact, and then Defo was cleaning up and stuff like that. And so really, a little bit of optimism here for Solomon Thomas because he can do it well. They've been moving him inside a little bit more, and that's great. Yeah. But really, it's this Julian Taylor guy. I'm not sure if he's a rookie or not. Do you know much about this Julian Taylor guy in the 49ers?
No.
He was slaying the Cowboys for the second half of the game.
Nope, never heard of him.
Yeah. Check him out. He did really well.
To be fair though, and I kind of bumped heads with 49ers fans over this a little bit. Even if the Cowboys would have won, I wouldn't have cared because it's preseason, whatever. But the game was pretty much in hand till those camp bodies, till those damn camp bodies got on the field. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, to say that I'm worried about the middle and back end of the defense is an understatement. I was expecting a lot better of a show than that. I was expecting our outside corners to be able to cover a rookie better than that, even though he is an all-around kind of solid, a B-plus type player in Gallup. That 30-yard pass from Dak was perfect. I'm worried, to be honest. I mean, I felt that Witherspoon should have taken another step forward, especially working with all those all-pro corners over the offseason, working with Sherman and everything. The linebacking core is not as good as I'd like to see it, even though, of course, I mean, Reuben Foster, their leader, has been playing very well continuously, but he's out of position a couple times, and hopefully that's just rust. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that if the game would have continued on, the 49ers would have won that. I mean, there's that meme out there. It's well, they had us in the first half. I mean, that's pretty much how that game went. And so, but yeah, I'm excited for Julian Taylor. I think that's going to be something going on. And so, yeah, let's see here. So with all that said, I just kind of want to blow past that. But and this might be helpful for other people rather than just me, but it's something that I don't hear discussed a whole lot. Is that since we've had this transition to this heavier pass-based league, this offensive weapon-based league, where people like Kyle Juszczyk and Christian McCaffrey and a lot of other different people are going to be working in these short to intermediate routes, these wheel routes, these flat routes. And we get a lot of discussion in the fantasy community from time to time without a lot of elaboration that certain schemes do not protect well against them. I've heard perhaps cover 3 isn't really good against running back routes. Are you familiar with any of these schemes, maybe specific man schemes or specific zone schemes that are more vulnerable to these shifty offensive weapon type players? Are you familiar with any of this kind of stuff, Hutch?
Sure, mostly any man scheme, cover 0, cover 1. The key, and it's not nothing new. The key is to basically get your running back in a man-to-man situation versus a linebacker mismatch, and that's why you see defenses transitioning into quicker linebackers. Guys that can cover are more valuable. That's why Leighton Vander Esch is a first-round pick. That's why guys like Mark Barron move from safety to linebacker, Telvin Smith, what have you. If I line up and I know that you're in a man coverage look or whatever, and my running back's in the backfield and I motion him out wide. Now we got a one-on-one stick situation up the field with your linebacker versus my running back. You know what I mean? So it's nothing new. It's just scheming accordingly. You know what I mean?
Sure. So with that being said, who are some of the more heavy man-based teams right now? Because I know that this pseudo-man zone based scheme that Saleh and the Seahawks and Quinn and everybody put into place is kind of taking the league by storm. But I'm guessing that a lot of teams still play heavy man, and from what I just gathered from you, the Cowboys are one of those teams. But who else are some of the other teams that seem to be running man concepts more often than zone nowadays?
Everybody does. I kind of look at man and zone coverage like running the ball and passing the ball. You kind of got to do both because if you line up and say, okay, we're only going to do zone coverages, there are route combinations that can expose your zone looks. If you only do man coverage, there's route combinations that can expose those. So what you got to do is you got to keep offenses on their toes and mix things up and use a little bit of both. For example, the Cowboys, we have Tavon Austin from the Rams now, and I think they have full intentions of lining him up at running back sometimes. Well, if you get Tavon Austin versus a linebacker, somebody's gonna be dead as fried chicken, So it's really everybody's scheme. But if you catch one of these teams that that likes to blitz a lot, then maybe they'll have more man than zone. But it's just really a heads and tails thing.
All right, cool. So to Football Outsiders I go. Right on.
Yeah.
So this I don't really have too much more for y'all. If you don't mind me plugging something real quick.
Go ahead, Brad.
Everybody, I'm going to be publishing my my annual quarterback article on Football Diehards coming up in the next week or so, and we're going to be covering 20 plus years, or about 20 years of data, and we're just going to be going into what the data says about the quarterbacks, who's likely to fail, Josh Allen, and who's likely to succeed. Well, you'll have to check it out, but it's really great color-coded spreadsheets for everybody. I mean, it's really easy to pick up, take a look at. You can go through there and feel a lot more comfortable with your dynasty picks and who to expect in the future. Looking back on it, I was lower on Deshaun Watson than I should have. According to my success metrics, he was in the top 3% of my model, and I let some stupid stuff get in my way and get into my head. So I'm really excited to be able to elaborate a little bit more on that compared to last year and just continue to go on. But anything you guys want to chat about or anything else before I take off?
Nah, that's it. I'm probably going to touch on some Cowboys, and I'm going to dip out because we had an hour and 53 minutes, and I ain't even know it.
Right on, man. Well, thanks so much for taking the time, taking the call, and you guys have a great night, all right?
Yes, sir. Doski Woski.
Peace.
That's my man, Adam Hall. Check him out. I thought Vach got a wife. Hell no, Vach ain't got no wife. So, Pete, want to get some Cowboys talk in, and then I'm going to bounce and boogie because I got a day job tomorrow. So, I was on Law Nation show, and I talked about this for a little bit, and I was on Mark Holmes' show, and I talked about it for a little bit because Law Nation got hit up by the NFL YouTube Illuminati, and he can't live stream till November or something like that. So that's trash. So free my homie Law Nation, but I think the Cowboys had a very successful outing on offense and defense, both sides of the ball. Connor Williams kind of gave up a sack to DeForest Buckner early, and that's cool. Because he kind of got caught lunging a little bit, and that's fine. He's a young guy. He can lose to a top 10 pick one time. But that was only in pass pro. That was one bad block in pass pro. As far as running the ball, solid. The top five, our front five gonna be nasty running the ball. And after that, we didn't have any more problems in pass pro from Connor Williams. So I was excited about that. The nuance in what's my man? Michael Gallup. The nuance in his route running. Cold, fire, top tier. From the release, stem, getting upfield, slowing down, speeding back up, manipulating the speed and all that, separating from Jimmy Ward, catching the ball, end zone, all that, top tier route runner right there from Michael Gallup. So I was excited to see that from him moving forward. Dak did what he was supposed to do, man. He moved the sticks with a run, used his feet. He gave the ball to Rod Smith. Rod Smith looked good because the offensive line looked great. He threw the ball when we needed to. He threw short, intermediate, and long. So salute to Dak for that. He had a 3 of 3, 39 yards and a touchdown. That's it. And play defense. And the 49ers scored 10 points or whatever, but they ain't really score till the fourth quarter, and that was when the camp bodies were on the field. Byron Jones looked good. at okay, let me address Rude 3603 real fast. Cause he like he want to say something to me. He says top tier question mark. Oh, come on. Michael Gallup has top tier route running. I'm not gonna sit up here and say he's the best route runner in the league, but if you want to tier his route running, he is a top tier route runner. As far as setting up his defensive back, as far as stringing his setups together, as far as transitioning from the front of the route to the back of the route, Michael Gallup is a top tier route runner. And I said that before he was a Cowboy, because you can go look on the Twitter machine. Somebody that know how to do this kind of stuff, go on the Twitter machine and find my wide receiver rankings and find my offensive line rankings. Yes, he is a top tier route runner. He may not be the quickest guy in the league. He may not be the fastest, strongest. He may not can jump the highest, but he is a top tier route runner. And you'll see more of that. I mean, that's just what the film shows. If you want to, come on me, pull up the Colorado State film and watch them. Yeah, go to the Vosh Lombardi film session. I'll show you. I mean, we gotta act like that. I ain't feeding y'all no BS. Top tier. Anyway, Jalen Smith looked good too. He was running around. I could tell like they had him dropping deep or whatever in a real Tampa 2 looking situation, man. And Jimmy Garoppolo had to put the ball over him because he's so damn tall and fast. They had to put the ball over him, and he ended up overthrowing his receiver because he had to get a great throw over the top of Jalen Smith. So Jalen's running, he's running well, he's moving well, so that's good. Voch, Michael Gallup had 3 touchdowns if Cooper Rush was accurate. I mean, I agree. Cooper had a rough start, but he eventually got it right. I can say the same about Mike White too. Mike White and Cooper Rush, they worked with what the defense gave them, and that's okay. Kev will say, is he better than Michael Thomas? No, sir. Michael Thomas is another top tier route runner. Y'all go check that film session out. He's another top tier route runner, but Antonio Brown is also a top tier route runner. Calvin Ridley is also a top tier route runner. What else? What else from the Cowboys game? Blake Jarwin was the first tight end on the field, so that's interesting. My biggest concern was Cheeto and Brown. Don't be concerned, man. Don't be concerned. Cheeto wasn't in full gangster mode, but it's preseason. I wouldn't want to be full gangster in preseason either. I understand. But Cheeto will be fine though. Cheeto will be fine, and I'll tell you what about Anthony Brown, too. He would have led the team in interceptions last year if he would have just caught them. He'd have had 7 interceptions if he would have just caught all of them. So don't even trip about Anthony Brown or whatever. I feel like we got better in a lot of spots, the Cowboys or whatever. I dare to say we got better in most spots, in all the spots, really. People can call me biased Cowboys fans. They want whatever, suck some punk. But the Cowboys they were ranked a number 8 defense and got blown out 3 times. And Sean Lee got hurt, and Zeke went out for 6 games. We get 16 games out of Zeke. Hopefully Sean Lee don't get hurt. We'll see what happens there. But we actually got depth now there. Jalen Smith played last year, and he was like top 3 on the team in tackles. He was like 80-some% or whatever. He like 95% now. He almost 100. But we'll see, man. I don't even like talking to Cowboys up on this avenue because I know how y'all get. But the receiver's gonna be fine, man. The tight end's gonna be fine. The offensive line is gonna be much better, in my opinion. We finally got that front 5 and that infinity gauntlet going. We finally got that thing. So nothing but excitement, man. Michael say Bo Scarborough might get cut. I agree. Zeke's the first back, clearly. Rod Smith is the second back, clearly. Jamez Olawale, he's the fullback, but he's the 4th running back on the team, clearly. So Bo is competing with Trey Thomas and Darius Jackson. So can Bo run, block, special team, and catch better than those guys? That is what it's going to come down to. And we want to see Bo tackle himself, tackle somebody on kicking game, punt return game. I would love to see Bo get a spot on this team, and but he may not make the 50. He may not make the 53, and I doubt he makes the 46. So we'll see. Anyway, man, we had a great show. We hit the 2-hour mark. We had some great calls. Let me salute to the super chat real fast. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski, bro. Y'all top tier as it gets. Let's see. Jared dropped a deuce in the super chat. Do I have a chance to see DJ Moore? I have not seen DJ Moore. I apologize. The Costa Nostra dropped 5. Jeffrey Abbey dropped a dub. West Virginia Country Boys dropped 2. West Virginia. Mad Dog dropped a dub. Greg dropped a deuce. Anime Dog Fan dropped 5. Young Wilson dropped 2. So salute to y'all for donating to the super chat. Is much appreciated. Everything that y'all put in there is going right back to the channel. I'm gonna ramp this thing up real soon, man. I got a new camera in the works. Not for the webcam. I mean, I'm gonna use it for the webcam sometimes, but I will use that new camera to produce my second channel, my Vach's Voice channel. But we'll cross that road whenever we get there. Until then, man, we about 2 hours in, bro. So look, if y'all came in on the back end of this show, y'all need to rewind it and play it again, man. We had callers arguing with each other, man. We had fuss and fighting. We talked about the rookies. We talked about some players coming back, Chad Kelly, Andrew Luck, guys like that. We had G from Miami vouch for Ryan Tannehill over Matt Stafford and Matty Ice, in which people fussed with him. It was a great show today, man. I really do appreciate what we had today. I appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let me hit the chat box real fast, see what we got before I dip out of here. Salute Vouch, I appreciate you appeasing my better half wearing the hat. Made both our days better. Look, Drew. Look, man. Happy wife, happy life. And I ain't want you to get in trouble for me wearing a Michigan hat, so I bust out the Ohio State for the Castillo household. And I hope she doesn't beat you upside the head no more. So anyway, Conrad Tokyo, Michael, Andrew, Uzi, Montana, Seven Vicious, Kelvo, the Saints fan, Joseph, Uzi, my Uncle Ephraim up in this thing, dog. I'm back to work tomorrow, Uncle. I see you in there. Michael Lee, all the super chatters, everybody, G from Miami for calling in, Conrad Tokyo, Keon, definitely Cardinals fan, salute to him. Cowboy Crunk, go salute to him. Okoye and all those guys. Mark Holmes, Free Law Nation. Hey, man, I'm Vach Lombardi, dog. Y'all hold it down for the Doski, Woski, and the Peasky Whiskey, all right? All right? All right, then. Salute, y'all. Peace.